Hi everyone, in this video we are going to be discussing the differences between Hill's and SAAS proportions. For Hill's, we have hypotenuse over leg is equal to leg over side. For example, in this diagram we have the hypotenuse of AB, so AB over AC is the leg, is equal to the leg again, which is AC, over my side, which has to be AD. Remember, I'm looking at this smaller triangle when figuring out which side corresponds to the leg. Next, another way to look at this is, again, my hypotenuse is AB over my other leg is CB, is equal to the same leg, which is CB, over DB, which is the side. For this, we're looking at the smaller triangle on the right. That's how you set up the Hill's proportion. Next, to use SAAS, remember this is side 1 over altitude is equal to altitude over side 2. Remember, CD is your altitude. So AD can be your side 1 over the altitude, which is CD, is equal to that same altitude, CD, over DB, which is side 2. Remember, you can also look at it the other way. DB can be side 1 over your altitude, which is CD, is equal to your altitude again, CD, over AD, which can be your side 2. Remember, only use SAAS when you're given the altitude or you're trying to find the altitude. Let's look at this first example. In the diagram of right triangle ABC, CD intersects hypotenuse AB at D. If AD is equal to 4 and DB is equal to 6, we want to find AC. So I'm going to put an X where AC is. Pause the video now and figure out what you are going to use, Hill's or SAAS. Notice for this question, I'm trying to find a leg, which is AC. So this is going to be my leg, which means I'm going to use Hill's. Hypotenuse over leg is equal to leg over side. So in this case, our hypotenuse of our big triangle, which is across from the 90-degree angle, is going to be AB. When two numbers are next to each other, the 4 and the 6, I have to add 4 plus 6 to get my hypotenuse, which is 10. My leg, like we said before, is what we're trying to find, which is X, is equal to the leg again, which is X, over my side, which is across in the smaller triangle, which would be 4. Cross multiply, X times X is X squared, is equal to 10 times 4, which is 40. Take the square root of both sides. I get X is equal to radical 40. This can be simplified as radical 4 times radical 10, which is really 2 radical 10. Let's look at the next question. In the diagram of right triangle ABC, CD intersects hypotenuse AB at D. If AD is equal to 4 and DB is equal to 6, we want to find CD. So I'm going to put an X where CD is. Notice that CD is my altitude. Pause the video now to figure out if we're using SAAS or HLLS. This question, because we're looking for the altitude, we're going to be using SAAS. Side 1 over altitude is equal to altitude over side 2. So we're going to say side 1 is 4 over my altitude, which is x, is equal to my altitude again, which is x, over side 2, which is 6. Let's cross multiply. X times x is x squared. 4 times 6 is 24. Take the square root of both sides. X is equal to radical 24. Simplify this. What's the largest perfect square to go into radical 24? So that's radical 4 times radical 6. Radical 4 is 2. So the most simplified answer is 2 radical 6.